welcome to an evening episode of Highland.eventer. I thought I would sit down today and go through my 2023 event season. I'm actually only going to do this for the first half of the season, and that is because I know those dates for Sadie's care up until mid-year, and that means that I can plan pretty solidly my competition events up until then. I keep looking this way because the cat has just sat on my mum's laptop pressing lots of buttons. Anyway, I thought I would get into it. I'm sat down, nice evening in my PJs with a glass, and I thought I would probably just show you the events that I have planned. I have written them all down. I thought I would give you a quick rundown through them all, and then I will it's just going to be me talking today, guys. Sorry. Did you want to be on the vlog, Nutmeg? This is my elderly cat, everybody. Don't think she's been on the vlog before. Hey? No? Oh, okay. Well, on that note, shall we begin? Okay, Nutmeg. Okay, so I've written them all down. These will actually be now transferred once I have gone through them. I will actually transfer these into my workbook. If anybody is interested in having a look at what my workbook looks like, let me know in the comments below and I will happily show everybody. What are you doing? Anyway, so as we are in Australia, and not just Australia, but the west coast of Australia, we don't have very many events at the beginning of the year. It is just too hot. There is no rain. The ground is rock solid. So because of that, there are no events for January, which is actually perfect because it's perfect month for training, which is obviously what I am getting into now. But the first thing planned for February is actually a cross-country clinic, nice and local to me. So the full details aren't out for that one yet, but I would definitely be interested in doing that one. We'll probably just take Seamus down, just pop him around the 45, perhaps some of the 60s. I'll have a look at what the clinic actually is. And then there's also a dressage training day a bit further afield, but I'm not sure I'll take him to that one because I don't think he's going to be quite ready. And then we move into March. There are a few that I'd like to go to. None of these that I've written down are in date order. They will be obviously going into the calendar, but I've made it very difficult for myself for this vlog. So we are looking at, let's see, our Hicksted event, which I have always had great success with before and love them. So I might be interested in taking Seamus to one of those. My only issue is that the next day is a dressage day and I really need to get his dressage points up. So I'm not sure he will cope with both events, and they're at the same location. I will see how his training goes because that is in March. So he should have 6 weeks under saddle by then. As in back in work. Obviously he's been broken in for a while now. And then after that there is show jumping, but I'm actually thinking I will skip that one. Not really a show jumper. And then after that there's a dressage day that I'd like to go to, but the next day is a combined training where I can do a dressage test and then I get to try out the cross-country fences as well, so I'm more likely to go to that one. Moving swiftly into April, we have a dressage day, which I would like to go to, especially if I do the first one, because it's the second one of that series. And then there's a gymkhana the week later, which I thought I would do just to mix things up a little bit really with him. The first sort of eventing event isn't until the end of April so far. And that is probably about an hour away from here, but it is quite a nice cross-country course to go out on. It's really nice and open. It's one that Winnie has competed at before. I will drop the link in the description box below if you wanted to watch that one. And then in May there is a Hicksted event, and then there's nothing until August when we have the dressage championships, the winter dressage championships. And that is about it. that has been released so far. So I'm not 100% sure how that is going to look. I definitely want to get a couple of dressage days done. So I'd like to get Seamus's scores on the board pretty early, especially for that Winter Dressage Championships. I'm not 100% sure what the qualifying score is going to be for that, and I really want to make sure that we've got some solid scores on the board. Basically, I would like to be pretty consistent around the 60 to 63% in the preliminary by that August championships. In amongst all of that, I will be competing in the E-Riders online dressage, so that will be every month. Obviously I'll be vlogging as many of these as I can, especially if I can take Chief Flamingo with me. But yeah, I just thought I should pop in here and keep you all updated. But now I've just realised I've spoken for 5 minutes. That's about it of the vlog. Just a bit boring. So hopefully when I edit this, I'll be putting clips in from previous times so you can see what it's like. Other than that, that is the wrap up of the first half of my season, with what I would like to do. Obviously I will take you with me as much as I can. And yeah, that's probably going to be the end of this vlog. It's a nice short one, isn't it? Not quite what you're all expecting. Hopefully the next one I'll be riding. Cheers. What do you think, Nutmeg?